Hi, this is Zen, the Crypto Queen, and I just wanted to make a quick video to share this with you because I think there's some things that newbies and some advanced crypto people are kind of missing. And I love this because this explanation is pretty cute and explains it all. I've watched a few different videos about blockchain. Blockchain is not going away, it's the future. So is crypto. If you don't understand the value of crypto, I get it. Bitcoin, the granddaddy, was for proof of work, and that work is the work of the blockchain. And probably that's what should have came out first in this whole thing, and been, in this whole movement since 2009. Interestingly enough, that's when Bitcoin, Satoshi, whatever, I forget the name, made its splash into, history here. And it was right on the heels of the great financial crash. Do I think that's coincidental? No, I do not. Sorry. I don't believe in coincidences. Anyway, let's get back to this. So when people are asking, well, what's the inherent value of crypto? Well, and this is something, thanks, Charlie, because I've been wanting to address this. It's one of those things where when I started this channel, I did it for two reasons. One, to save you from getting hooked in by scammers, because scammers they're everywhere. They even come into my comments. I invested such and such amount of money with Mrs. So-and-so over on Telegram and, tripled my money in 3 weeks and all that kind of stuff. Do your research on these people before you ever move money. Would you do that with your US dollars or your euros? Probably not. So always make sure you're dealing with a reputable brokerage, okay? I've learned my lesson with this, and that's why I wanted to share. I wanted to make sure you don't go through some of the pains that I went through in order to make some money using crypto, okay? So the second thing about it is that, whether crypto has inherent value as a currency or not yet, and I do believe that we will be using it in the future, is that it's for trading purposes. It can go up, it can go down, you can make some money. Do you put in fiat currency to trade that? Sure. Yeah, you're putting your US dollars on an exchange, changing it out to, I don't care what it is, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, whatever your choice is, Solano, pick a coin, an altcoin, right? And there's about 10,000 of them, and many of them will go away. And I'm not going to give you a quote on when, I don't know, but I'm going to say within 2 years, by 2025. Okay, but it's all based on blockchain. So this is an explanation even a 6-year-old can understand. It's a great little story. I love the way that they laid it out. And I'm going to go slowly so that you can read it. And you can always come back, and I'll put the link in the description anyway. So, XRP and blockchain, I'm just throwing out there XRP so that you can understand when I go into, heavier conversations about ODL, that's on-demand liquidity, it's SWIFT, which is, in the back office of your banking. So many people do not move money from country to country. I did back in the day, and that's why I'm even aware of SWIFT. Otherwise, I would have been one of you all, okay? Not knowing a thing about it. So whether it ran on blockchain or not, whether it ran using XRP-L, the ledger, it wouldn't even occur to me, because when I looked at SWIFT, and I can tell you, back in the day when I used SWIFT, I did it online because it was the only way I could do it from Singapore. And when I saw that in the back office and got instructions for it, I was like, well, I don't know how they do this, but I know that my money's gone from 5 to 6 days, and I know that I get charged pretty hefty fee. Did I know exactly how they were doing that in the background? No, not even a little bit. So what happens in the background, really, using SWIFT, is one email is sent to a bank, let's say in Singapore, is sent to a bank in America that says, and I was using HSBC there. They have HSBC in America, but I didn't, prior to leaving, open a bank account at HSBC, because it probably could have been done interbank. So I think it was B of A or Wells Fargo at the time. B of A, yeah. So they would send out probably what amounted to an email to B of A saying, hey, we're switching her money from Singapore dollar into US dollar. You should have it by next Friday, right? And in the meantime, some kind of currency exchange went on, and it got into my bank account let me shut this phone off, in America. So that's how that worked. Now, once they flip the switch on that and change it to XRPL, it will work using blockchain. So if you're reading this part, and I love this, so maybe I should read it out loud for you. But here it is. And let me go back. Okay, bottom line. All right, for adults, bottom line includes the following concepts. It's maintained by every user on the blockchain. It's decentralized, meaning every user has a complete copy. It can track the entire transaction history of any given item or currency. Okay, so that's the adult version. Let me get back up here. Okay, once upon a time, a tiny magical village filled with tiny magical people. I love this so far. In this village lived a young boy, BC, and it was his birthday. Parents bought him a toy sword, which he was now swinging around in the front yard. And the thing about the sword, and most everything in the village, is that it hadn't always been a sword, nor has it always been in BC's possession. Luckily, in the magic village, there was a way to find out where the toy sword started, and each step it had taken on its way to BC's front yard as his birthday present. The villagers maintained a magical record at the center of town, which showed all the items that were traded amongst the villagers, as well as all the items that were brought in from other villages and sent out to other villages. Everyone could access this record and update it whenever they were involved in an exchange of their own. So when BC's parents traded for the sword at the local marketplace for the sum of a bushel of potatoes, both they and the market vendor updated the record to include that exchange. But the record went back much further than this. You see, before the wooden sword was a sword, it was a wooden board. And before the board was a board, it was a rough, unstructured lumber stock. And before that lumber stock lay in a yard waiting to be transformed as part of a tall and proud tree in the forest in the south of the magical village. Any villager, BC included, could discover this information by looking at the magical record. Indeed, it traced BC's toy sword from its days as a tree along the stop each way to becoming the sword that he was now swinging in his front yard. What a useful tool this is. It meant that nobody except for all the villagers together had to keep track of these things. There were no middlemen, as there used to be in the days before the magical record, who charged the villagers to keep track of the comings and goings of their goods. The community used the record to keep itself informed of the operations of the entire local economy, as did other surrounding villages. Then together they merged these records into one larger record. Okay, so this explains blockchain perfectly. So whether you're explaining it to a child, to a friend, or another adult, I would suggest using this. Also, try not to explain this to people because you are interested in crypto and you feel passionate about it and you're following digital assets and all the global dots around the world and how it's going to come together using blockchain and how it's being used in the background and all that. If somebody doesn't show a spark of interest in your conversation about that, just leave it. Just say, yes, that's what I'm interested in. What are your favorite hobbies? And just leave it at that. Because if they are not truly passionate and interested in knowing about it, and if they were, they'd probably Google a little bit about it to begin with, right? But if they haven't heard of blockchain technology, fintech, and all the things that are happening out there in this new economy, you can feel free to just back out of the conversation, or if you feel compelled to explain it, again, send them this article, or you can give them information. But I usually try not to sway people with my interests. My interests are my interests. And unless somebody asks me about it, crypto further, I usually either set up a one-on-one session, which you can do also at ZenDevon. Email me at zendevon@gmail.com. Please put crypto in all uppercase letters, just that word, nothing else. Even if you want to move things from your exchange to ledger, please just put crypto in the subject line, because I get a lot of email and that always catches my eye and I can get back to you faster. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this right here. Many of you probably already know about blockchain, so if that's the case, you can jump off and not pay any attention to this video. That's fine. But I just wanted to explain this for newbies who are kind of interested in crypto because, well, it's out there, right? And people are going, oh, crypto, oh, isn't that about the Bitcoin thing and blah, blah, blah. And it's been around since 2009 now. So yeah, it's around, and blockchain is here to stay. So maybe more people are, joining that party, or they're running into fear of missing out, FOMO, because maybe they didn't buy any Bitcoin, or they don't know where to begin. I get it. I still only want to talk to people who are interested in learning more about it and learning how to use it and figuring out how they fit into the whole crypto world. Just trying to keep it nice and small for you, because it can get overwhelming. At one point, I had lots and lots of altcoins, and it just was getting to be a major pain to track them all and see what's going up, what's going down, what should I swap, what should I trade, what should I do anything with. So I just converted most of it into Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, XDC, and I'm actually hovering on the edge of wanting some quant. I think that would be another good one to hold. But again, do your own research. This is not financial advice. In my videos, I just share what I do, what I research, and my interest in crypto. So I'm glad that you're here with me. Love you all for doing that and being with me. If you can hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you see all my videos, and give this video a thumbs up, I would truly appreciate that. That helps me in the algorithms, and I will see you on the next video. Ciao for now.